So, welcome back, guys, and welcome to the final episodes of Exploring Freedonia, the Moon season for 2021. This is definitely not the end of the season, just the final few episodes for this year. And today, it's all about Winterthorn. Now, Winterthorn has been a long-standing, special place for me on the server. I've always adored this city. It has always been a major attraction for me, and I've been fortunate enough to not only make animations out of it, but to then eventually even help contribute to it. So a lot of you probably remember this over here. I technically didn't build this myself, although I did help modify it. This was the set for 2018. No, sorry. The set for 2019. And it was the first time the Christmas animation has ever contributed directly to Winterthorn. And last year I took that a step further by building the stage. And this year I've gotten clearance to build so much more. And in my eyes, stuff that actually is improving Winterthorn, like adding some much needed diversity. So what do I mean by that? Now, obviously I haven't built anything absurdly giant as far as when it comes to the actual city. I've built a couple buildings and I'm building kind of like a whole region, but nothing quite on the scale as like this whole section or anything. So you want to know one of my personal pet peeves about Winterthorn and what I think is a genuine criticism or problem with it? All the buildings really blend into each other, and in some ways that's a good thing, but in other ways you can never tell where you are in the city unless you have a map, and buildings aren't really distinguishable. So they are definitely very different shapes, but they all sort of have it's kind of like taking it's kind of like they're all built from the same modules, which there are some exceptions like this right here, but generally it's really hard. One, it's very packed together. Two, it's just very samey. And as much as I love this town, as much as I adore how all that looks on the ground level, when you're actually trying to practically make your way around the city, it doesn't work out so well. So it's something I've tried to take into account when building my own structures. Now, I've built up mock-up structures in the past. Outside the stage, I've never built anything actually that was, official for Winterthorn until now, when I've really gotten to test my creativity and my skills. And I've had Anna and Pi kind of helping me through the whole endeavor. But this year, it's really coming to a head because I am building an entire region from the bottom up. So this right here, this tridge is not the first thing, but it's the first thing I'm going to show off. Clearly, I haven't built this path here. I have in the other one, but this is a little ice skating rink that I turned out of this lake. So this is the stage from last year. And now all of a sudden we have this tridge here. And I have terraformed every corner of this lake and made this little wall. And now we have this little ice skating rink with this entry and this shed. And I'm really proud of this. It's very simple, and mirroring it over into single player wasn't exactly a solid one-to-one process. I have made some mistakes, but they're minute enough that it's not going to matter, and realistically that's just going to be between the animation and what's actually on the server, so I'm not too worried about it. But I have also I've extended all this wall all the way over to there, but I have also built this lighthouse, and this lighthouse is serving as my home on the server. I am going to be the Winterthorn Lightkeeper. So I haven't built anything in here yet, but it's just multiple stories, and eventually I'm gonna build a little home in here. Maybe not in the single player world because I doubt I'll ever be in here, but that's kind of the plan for that, and I am very proud of how this turned out. Anna liked it enough that she actually copied it over to another part in Winterthorn, somewhat over there, although it's not on this download of it. And if you can tell, I've definitely took some inspiration from these towers, and especially the clock tower, which I do like the clock tower. The clock tower actually stands out. But I really tried to beef it up and make this look like its own thing, and I think I succeeded pretty well by taking a lot of the design language from the older, from the other builds. So we're literally just expanding into this territory, and now I get to present you all with one of the most exciting things I have built. Welcome to the cafe. A very, very special cafe. Some of you might recognize this kind of bottom downstairs set design. This isn't exactly a one-to-one, specifically the front doors and a lot of it, because I had to actually translate it into a real building, but this is the set from the 2016 animation, or notably part of the set. And it looks like I haven't totally finished doing the interior yet, because there's supposed to be some little like a thing, like a stall here and a stall there for when you want to actually buy stuff. But this is Jessica's cafe, and so I'll pop into the server so you can see the full version. But this is where they sat, James and Jessica, and this is where they sat, Jessica and the man she fell in love with. This is where they laid in front of the fireplace. This is, you know, kind of everything right here. And this is where originally the band was going to play before I realized it was too small and made a bigger place. That's one of the sets that still doesn't exist, is where the band played for the 2016 animation. And I don't think I'm actually going to build it at some point just because it was pretty much an empty room. But just a little bit of trivia. So this right here is the upper stairs area. And notice the giant moon window. Very excited, very happy with that. And oh yeah, the chandelier, which, I mean, it's about as basic as a Minecraft one you could get. I would probably pick different fence colors, but and I might in the future, but for now I think that kind of fits in the aesthetic. And if you go up to the roof, there's a bunch of chests here, which is, you know, and you know, wine racks. Like, this is where you'd keep the wine, and this is where you'd keep whatever else you'd need. So I'm actually very, very proud of this building. I think it came out exceptionally well. And this was actually the first real building I built. The first real building I built for Winterthorn. And I mean, just look at it. It's got its complete own, the size and proportions of it are definitely unique. Also, all the banners and sort of the silhouette, the giant chimney that really no other building has. And of course, this little outstretch with again, more banners. This little undercarrying of the roof. This is in some places, but not quite like this. And I just tried to really make it unique, make it stand out. And I think I've very succeeded. Like, if you fly up, you can easily tell what building it is. So now I present to you with what I was literally finishing up over the last 2 days. The East Side Apartments. So this was recreating an old set that's going to be reused, and I just, kind of officializing it. But this is a completely new set and going to be a pretty important one for this year. Without spoiling too much, let's just say it's the home of the main characters. And these are, two very small little apartments. Very small, but again, they are apartments. So that's kind of the point. Little closet. So taking away the restrictions of Minecraft's size for everything, I think I did a pretty good job. I clearly haven't built the bathroom on the other side yet, but that's fine. Bedroom down here, and we got this kind of like central hallway. And then if you float up here, we got this little external staircase, which was always in the design language. And then we got this. So we got the bedroom. Come over here, we got the little balcony. So I might as well show the back of the building right now. This is what the back of the building looks like. And if you want to talk about unique design language for this building, we got the external staircase, this, which isn't totally unique, but this whole balcony design. And then we got the curved back of the building and the curved roof. Name another building with a curved roof like this. I'll wait. I think it came out really well. I really like the balconies, looking over the ocean. But if we head back inside, this actually, I believe this side, no, not this side, it's the other side. But bedroom. This is the tiny little bathroom. And yeah. I still haven't put the roof on. Note to self, put the roof on, and should probably also fix these doors. But if we go over to the other side, this is actually the room of our individuals. And notice we don't have a seat right here, but that's because this is going to be a piano. This is just kind of what's going to be the Minecraft equivalent, because building a piano this size is kind of impossible in Minecraft. And it also means I'm going to be modeling a piano, a Minecraft-themed piano for the first time. I'm not going to be reusing my old one because I do believe it was a little bit too big. So I'll be making my own little miniature piano for my character, and that's going to be, again, another main point of this year. So you come out here, you got this little view. I don't know if I'm actually going to hand out these other apartments to players yet. I think realistically that's going to be sort of up to Anna or Pi, or I guess technically it is my decision because I'm making the building. But I don't know, because I kind of really appreciate the interiors and how much work I've put into designing them. And normally if I did this, what I would do is tear everything up and give it to other people. But I think in the vein of Winterthorn being kind of like a tourist town, like you come here and you just look at the amazing builds, I really think I've really nailed the apartment design language, and I think it might be more of a visual building than it is a functional one, which, given the fact that it's Winterthorn, I think is okay. Now, everything over here has already been built on the server. This has not, but that's just because I just finished this, and September is going to be focused on getting this onto the server. I'm going to be building something anchored here. I haven't decided quite yet what it's going to be, but then the rest of September is going to be focused on getting Project Moon presentable, specifically for the little animated short I want to make in October. And then once that's over, even if October's not over yet, it's going to be, let's get the ball rolling on the Christmas animation, because lots to do this year. I'm going to be working with some of the most intense rigs I've ever used, and I also kind of want to port everything over to 2.8 finally. So hopefully the export will be a lot quicker. Everything will be more streamlined, but also I'll finally be working on modern versions of Blender and not stuck in 2.7. So that's going to be whenever I get down into pre-production, making all the assets and getting everything set together. I'll hopefully be doing that in October, so I can just, November can just be production. I am really excited though, so I have not been dallying away. As you can see, I have been plenty busy building important sets for this year's Christmas animation, or just contributing to Winterthorn. Like, this Tridge, is it going to have a big point in the animation? No, but I think it's beautiful, and it's really building off of this, like I had this here, and then let's just develop this whole region, and this is kind of where we're at. Who knows, eventually I might even pour out over this way, but that's for another day. So anyway, guys, thanks for kind of booting into this video. That's kind of like the rundown of all the major additions I've made to Winterthorn over the last month or two. And I am so excited for the Christmas animation this year. There will be previews going up on Patreon for anybody who says pledges to me there. And I might release some streams or some early stuff for viewers of the channel as well, just to kind of get you all excited, hyped, you know the biz. So that's going to be it for this video, guys. Thank you all for sticking with me, and I will see you all in the next one.